Well, let me introduce myself to you one more time. Ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys. I am the Cow Footprints.
Yang kidodo kere kamayan kanayang usaya de. 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 Usaya de.
London is a great city. It's a great city. It's got a lot of wealth, a lot of money. But I think it's a city you can easily become anonymous. People everywhere, but you got nobody to talk to. So much wealth, yet you feel such poverty. And even as I'm walking here, there's somebody here is sleeping in the street. And this was me. This was me. It's a very strange feeling, very, very strange feeling to go through. Feeling of not belonging. Yeah, the feeling of not belonging, the feeling of as if you're not worth anything, that, yeah, you're not worth anything. I think that if there is a feeling that is most demoralizing, I think it's the feeling of unworthiness. My dad always aspired to be like an English, like an Englishman. He never saw any seriousness in the theater stuff that I was doing and all this acting. He called it just play.
What do you mean amazing just the way you are? Eh? What do you mean amazing the way you are? Coming here, telling me, talking to my princess, amazing the way you are. Coming here for my princess? Do you think you're fit enough to marry a princess? Let me see how tough you all are then. Come on, let me see. Really? Let me see, come on. All right then. What? Shall I give this hippo a chance? So, once you look at here, this is actually the backyard, literally the backyard of where I was born.
It's good to sit down. Here is after my dad was killed in 27th of December 1992. Just, you know, the war was just really raging in Sierra Leone, and the NPRC government killed my dad basically. And I had to, while I was living in England by that time, so I had to, like, filing for asylum briefly. So I had to stay in England for my own safety. When he was killed, he was a major in the army. And this was all of my siblings, brothers, sisters, all of them. This is Major Jallo, retired, dissatisfied with NPRC. The NPRC was the National Provisional Ruling Council that overthrew the government at the time. When they lied that they killed my dad at a shootout at the President's Lodge called Kabasa Lodge. That's where they lied, so they killed my dad, and that my dad went out to shoot out there and so on. And it was a big lie because my dad was taken from our house and brutally killed. His principal captor, Captain S.A.J. Musa, openly declared to one of Aruna Jallo's daughters, tell Yusuf, which is me, your brother in London, who was my schoolmate, that I am going to kill his father. From a spiritual point of view, these ancestors don't rest until some retribution or some kind of acknowledgement, some kind of, apology or something is done. You see? So it's not even just about me, but just that DNA would never rest. Every time that DNA recognizes its abuser, it agitates. And it doesn't matter how long it takes. It's been 25 years now, but somehow it wakes up in me and so on. So it's very much a mixed feeling, you understand? I mean, I would never take a gun, God forbid. So it's not even about, it's not at all far from it. It's not about killing somebody or whatever, far from it. But it's just about acknowledging that we did wrong. That's 25 years ago.
In the interest of safety, parents will ask you to carry children around the streets around our history.
Inside.
I'm home! Yes! I'm home. And,
Yeah, this is the last track now. I can't wait to sleep on my bed. It's crazy, but it's true. In England, as bizarre as this is, 30 years in England, 31 years in England, and I don't feel my bed is mine. That is crazy. That is bizarre. When I come here and I lay on my bed, I have a feeling it's my bed. I'm home with my mother, with my sisters and my family. So this is like our family compound, if you like. And this house was originally, built by my father. It was a relatively small place, and I had to come here and try to make it a little bit bigger so that my mom can move and stay in here, and then all the other families, my sisters, everybody could stay here when we had no home to stay. There's a feeling I get when driving to Kamakwi every time. A feeling, maybe it's the one time when I really get a true feeling of I'm going home.
No matter how far I go, I find myself coming back to you. No matter how far I go. I find myself in your arms again. Hey!
Now, this is what I'm talking about.
Mama Salo.
You see the baby right there.
Mama Salo. Mama Salo.
Right here, you know? You know, it's like I've gone full circle looking for myself, and then to really realize that myself is actually right here.
Who does have a food story now? Who does have a food story? You? Who does have a food story?
The serious international storyteller, the inspirational speaker, motivator, and advocate of social transformation, Mr. Yusufu Jalo.
Are you fitting up to marry my princess?
Of course.
Did I just hear Frank say? Frank Hippopotamus could not withstand this. He ran away. Big round of applause, come on. Who is going to marry the princess? 1, 2, 3, go! Cowboy step back, cowboy step back. Everybody come and join us. Everybody come and join us. What's your...
Storytelling is not just for children. We have to begin to understand that these stories have contemporary relevance. Where I am right now, I'm at the age where my interest is to invest in the young people now. Pass my knowledge, my experiences to them so that they don't make the same mistakes that I have made or the elders have made before me. And I'm going to say this very categorically. Some people might like it, some might not like it, some people might argue it. That's fine. That's exactly the world we live in. The salvation of Sierra Leone lies in maintaining our heritage. This was where my dad and many other people who were killed in December 27, 1992, that they were killed here, that they were killed and then eventually all buried over here once we got the information. So my sister and myself and quite a few other people who were also affected by the killing, we all came, and eventually they showed us where the mass grave was, where all the bodies were buried. All of this here, all under here, All of these pillars here are put to mark the areas that was dug up where the bodies were laid. The whole country, we have had such a terrible war, such a terrible amount of loss of lives. Not one monument. I love my country, but I usually say Sierra Leone is the country I hate to love. I do love my country, but my God, it's painful. So this, to me, the anger is not because my father and others have been killed and laid here. The anger is coming that we are not learning. We are making the same mistakes all the time. All the time, we're making the same mistakes.
Citizens of Sierra Leone, the future leaders of Sierra Leone, I want you to know this. In your greatest challenge, you discover your greatest strength. You must never be afraid to face your greatest difficulties. Don't shy away from the challenges of your life, your country, your community. You here celebrating poetry, novel slam, celebrating word. It means you must evoke action in your words. Otherwise, it is all dead. This is the power of storytelling. And this is the power that our ancestors have left with us in traditional storytelling. Begin to study within the context of your culture.
Dunya Jeho, Pepe Yellow, Hinda Bile, Bibile Uama, Kifase, Pepe.
Ladies and gentlemen, may we all stand up as we welcome the First Lady of Sierra Leone, Mrs. Tima Bio.
He is an international award-winning storyteller from Kamakwe. He is a cultural educator and motivator, an activist for social change and cultural awakening. Please welcome Sierra Leone's one and only Cowfoot's Prince, Yusufu Jallo. Big hand, please.
Good evening, everybody. No, begin this thing better again. Good evening, everybody. Nakbo soko brema yoko kagitege yama uba hutere nama aliga pona yakaita aliga mani yakaita Sunday sorry asoso maema. Your answer Sunday sorry asoso maema. Thank you so very much, and that's all I have for you. I am the cow foot praise. Thank you.
Good evening. First of all, let me start by saying Happy Independence Day to Sierra Leone. I am blessed to have a husband who supports and empowers my aspiration. We have come this far because he believes in my dream and I believe in his. Even if you are not a member of SLPP, you are Sierra Leonean. Together we can change this nation. We don't have monopoly to all the ideas. We don't know everything. We don't have the answers to all the things. But I know there's a lot of women here who know what Sierra Leone needs, and they can come forward to we work together and make sure we have a better Sierra Leone.
My work in Sierra Leone has been to provide a foundation for my children to be able to come in and build upon. You see, most people don't put a foundation for the children. Foundation, I mean, whether you build a house or whether you buy a plot of land or whether you start a business there, so that the children here can always know they've got these other stuff there to inherit. And when they know that mentally, they will prepare themselves to go back and claim these properties or these inheritances and thereby connect back to their roots. No wonder I've got my guavas here. No wonder I'm smelling this thing. I'm thinking, you're even listening to me, your earphone.
You said, I just don't know what, I don't know.
You don't know what is guava?
I mean, I've seen it in a drink, like.
Okay, this is guava. Right? That's guava.
Do you eat it just like this?
Yeah, just this is how it comes.
Oh.
Bite it.
Oh, no thanks.
Why?
No, I'm fine.
This is guava. We've got it growing in the house in Sierra Leone. We used to have, like, a lot of this in Sierra Leone. You English children. Move out of my way, please.
No, I'm British actually.
You're British?
Yeah.
All right. You know, looking at the change and the current president we have now, this newly current president we have, they were all part of the same team, ruling team, that were part of the ones who killed my dad. So on one hand, you know, it's good they've won, that there's a change in the country. And on the other hand, there's that thing inside of me that just says, nah, I could not put my vote because of that maybe personal kind of, personal, I don't know, is it grievance or whatever.
you all, like me, we've got ancestors who've come from far and wide, chewing their way through the blenders of Europe, through the blenders of Africa, through the blenders of Asia, through the blenders of all of these places into the blender of the United Kingdom, into the blender of England. Question, do you appreciate the value you add into this blender? But more so, do you appreciate the value others add into this blender? Because when you do understand and appreciate what we all add in this blender, we can heal our world when we can appreciate this blender together. Ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, and tiny little tots, I am the cow footprint.
Donye Jeho, Pepe Yellow, Hindabile, Bibile Luama.